welcome to our meditation time. I am honored that you are giving a few minutes, not only to yourself, but you're allowing me to be a part of those. In the time of year where we have found ourselves today is the season of back to school. And regardless of what community you live in and what town you're in and whether you have kids in school or not, we're all affected by this time of the year. The busyness starts to resurge in our communities, traffic patterns start to change, bedtimes are in question, waking up is in question. We come out of this summer kind of mode of living and we realize it's time to get back to a schedule. And oftentimes that can cause comfort, but it also can cause anxiety and stress. And so what I want us to do for these few minutes that we have is I want to focus on the idea of growing quiet and what growing quiet allows us to hear. So let's settle in where we are, either lying down or sitting up tall. Whenever you're listening to this live or later on, I want you just to be comfortable. That is the most important factor when you're coming to meditation. It's not about how you're sitting. It's not about the lighting, what you're wearing, what space in your home you've chosen. What matters is that you are comfortable. Because if the body can't find rest, neither can the mind. So let's start to find a slow, easy rate of breath that feels really good and nurturing. Slowly breathing in, and just as slowly breathing out. Slowly breathing in, and just as slowly breathing out. And again, and out. One more time, and out. And as you begin to settle with the breath, just let it continue to come, let it continue to nurture. But I want us in this moment, before I begin to guide us along our path, I want us in this moment just to think about how the change of seasons affects you personally. If you do have children, it does mean earlier bedtimes and rushed mornings and packing lunches and making sure the homework from the night before is ready to go back to school. And then the worry in your heart when your kids leave you and go off on their day. And if you don't have kids, all of a sudden the traffic patterns that you've taken all summer long and you found some ease and comfort in them, now there's school buses and school zones and flashing lights and delays. And again, like that mom sending that kid off to school, those delays, they cause a little bit of anxiety in your heart. So what I want us to do in these moments that we have is I want us to grow quiet and let the quiet ease whatever anxiousness has arisen as this new season is upon us. And there's a quote that says that the quieter you become, the more you're able to hear. And so we're going to go through just an easy little exercise as we are here together, growing quiet and hearing what is there for us to hear. So again, continue with the same ease of the inhale and ease of the exhale. And then I'll stop talking for the next few breaths. And I first want you using your sense of hearing to realize physically, realistically, literally in your environment, what do you hear? And then bring your attention back to your breath, away from that sense of hearing. I know in my world, I can hear the air conditioning outside the window of the room where I am. I can hear my pit bull's little toenails pacing up and down the hallway outside of my meditation room, waiting for me to come back out. So we all have things that we hear. The idea is, do we notice them as part of our environment, or do they distract us and pull us away from the work that we're trying to do? So in these next couple of minutes, what I want us to do is we're going to breathe together a few more times, and then we'll grow quiet. And this time, even as you hear, like I do, the click, click of his toenails or the whirring sound of the air conditioning, I want those to begin to dull for you, whatever they are, and listen to your heart. If it's telling you that it's feeling anxious, if it's telling you that things have gotten too busy in the last few days and you need a break, if it's telling you that you are excited and anticipating something that's coming tomorrow or on the weekend or in the days to come, if it's telling you that you need to drop the worry that you've had about something that's burdening and causing you to feel heaviness. So whatever the heart is telling us, if we'll grow quiet enough and allow the sounds of our environment to be just that, the sounds in our environment, we'll really begin to hear whatever messages are coming from our heart, our spirit, our soul. So let's take a few deep breaths together, breathing in slowly and breathing out just as slowly. Breathing in fully and breathing out just as fully. Breathing in completely. Breathing out completely. And now let's grow quiet. Let the sounds stay in the environment and let your attention, your awareness, come internal to the heart, to the spirit, to the soul. And then just see, what do you hear? And without really bringing much movement back into your body, just lift one hand, whichever's the more comfortable, and place it right on your heart. And let this little gesture symbolize that you want to protect this spot right here of the quiet, so that even once we leave this moment, this space that we're sharing, you'll continue to have that reminder to let the sounds of the environment be the sounds of the environment. But you begin to listen and hear what's coming from inside. We live in a loud, chaotic, sometimes frustrating, really, really busy, and a little bit crazy world. But as you are just holding your hand right there in your heart, just feel the rhythm of the breath, causing your chest to rise and fall, and take comfort in that. And know that even in the noisy, chaotic, frustrating, little bit crazy world, you can pause. You can let those sounds stay in the environment, and you can bring your focus internal. And not so much have a dialogue with yourself, but truly learn to listen. It will be the best use of your time that you have spent in a very long time. So just seal your commitment with your hand on your heart that you'll remember to pause and you'll remember to listen. And then to take it the next step from that whatever you hear, you'll do your very best to respond accordingly. If the heart is telling you it's tired and it's too busy, respond accordingly. If this heart is telling you that the worries have become too heavy, respond accordingly. And even if the heart is telling you to look forward to what's coming just around the corner in your life, respond accordingly. Learn to listen. Stay close to your sounds and let the rest of the sounds stay in the environment. Namaste.